Acha, celebrity se then my last segue.
Mm-hmm.
You had an amazing, obviously I didn't make it happen पिछली दफा, but there was the amazing Riz Ahmed incident, which I
Mm-hmm.
was so excited about कि पिछली episode
Yeah.
के तो start में वो पूरा discuss कर लिया हमने. But if you
Yeah.
don't mind, would we go through that Riz Ahmed situation and how Zen ends up in LA, I think around the Oscars, and then पता नहीं क्या क्या हो गया, Will Smith हो गया, Riz Ahmed wins an Oscar, all of that craziness. Do you mind going through that once more for
Yeah.
the audience?
Yeah. So we released a collection on Sunday. We DM'd Riz a picture of a jacket that we wanted to give him, and he was like, "If you can get this to me by Wednesday, then I can, pack it up in my things before I go off to the UK or something, and I can wear it to some events." अब I called up DHL and I was like, "भाई पार्सल भेजूंगा तो बुध वाले दिन तक पहुंच जाएगा?" ये पीर की बात है, सुबह
Yeah.
अराउंड 10 बजे। लाइक नहीं भाई, बुध वाले दिन तो नहीं पहुंच सकता, अगले अगले पीर पहुंच जाएगा। And I was like, that's not good enough. So my business partner, he calls me up. I've gone back to bed and I wake up, it's around 11, 11:30 or 12 maybe. I might be wrong. But he's like, Zain, hear me out. What if we flew out to LA to hand deliver Riz this jacket?
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was like, bro, have you lost your fucking mind? We
Hmm.
just released a collection. We have so much work to do. Like we have orders we got to fulfill operationally. Like we need to take care of a few things. It's not going to be worth it. Like हम जाएंगे उसको like पता नहीं मिलता भी है इसके नहीं jacket किस तरह देंगे.
Yeah.
And then he's like, like you have to take these risks. And I was sort of like, man, like then like keep telling myself that you have to take these risks. Here I am not taking this risk. I started to think about the idea. And around sort of late afternoon, early evening is when I called him up and I was like, hey, I think we should book these tickets and we should go. Tickets book kiye, COVID test karwaya, COVID test ka result jaldi nikalwaya through like a connection at a hospital, got on board, got to LA, and fuck, I think the first night or the second night or something, we met Rick Owens's wife. I don't know if I
Yep.
told you
Yep.
this. And as we were walking out, we saw Chris Rock entering.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so ironic because this is a few days before he just got slapped by Will Smith. And then we're just feeling really confident about the whole thing. We get to Riz's hotel because he said that this is the hotel where you need to send the
Yeah.
piece. Or
Yeah.
hum apni taraf se full, like yeah, like fuck, we're
Yeah.
gonna deliver this piece to him. And we get to the hotel, go to the reception. We're like, all right, we're here to give this piece to Riz Ahmed. Can you please deliver it to him? The receptionist is like, let me check. And she's on her computer checking. She's like, I'm sorry, but there's no Riz over here. And I was like, wait, acha? I looked at Amin and our hearts just sort of sank because we spent so much money on these flights and
Yeah.
this receptionist
And
is like,
Riz
Riz to
didn't
the
know.
rain.
He didn't know that you
Yeah.
guys were doing this.
We messaged him, but he
Okay.
hadn't read the message. I think
Okay.
वो हमारा
Sure.
message probably general में था या किधर था. Uh, I don't know. He didn't know that we were coming. And uske baad, we're just sort of sitting there and we're like, what the fuck do we do now? Like we're in this conundrum where we have this nice fancy box with this amazing jacket in it. Ab kya kare? So I called up a friend of mine, a mutual friend of Riz's, and I was like, hey, I need you to message Riz and sort of just help me out over here. He messages he messages Riz and he gets back to me saying, all right, Riz is going to meet you guys tomorrow at 9:30 a.m., something like that. And we're like, fuck. पहले तो हमने सिर्फ jacket देनी थी, अब we're
Yeah.
going to actually meet him.
Yeah.
We get to the hotel early morning. We're sitting in the cafe and Riz pulls up and he's like, what's up, guys? Like, full of the British accent. Mein. And we're like, yeah, very nice to meet you. And he's like, so what are you guys doing in LA? And then
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, we flew out here to give you this. And he's like,
Yeah.
shut up. You nutters. You nutters. Then he calls his assistant. He's like, these nutters came from Pakistan to deliver me this jacket or pata nahi kya. And I was like, holy shit, you know, this is
Yeah.
crazy. And he was very like, he was very pleased with the gesture. Like he was taken aback. Like, hey, boys, like, you know, Pakistan se ud ke aaye hain, mujhe sirf ye jacket dene. And then he pulled up his phone. He took a video of us in the box, shared it a few weeks later on his Instagram story as well. And then he told his assistant to add us to an Oscars, like pre-Oscars party that he was having. And he was such a nice guy, man. Like he didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
He could have just been like, acha theek hai, jacket do, main pehen lunga, Allah hafiz, tum log jao. The guy made sure that, like, you know, we're in LA and that we're sort of taken care of. And we go to the event. The guy's surrounded by hundreds of people that are trying to talk to him. He still takes out the time to talk to Amin and I. All around, dude, such a nice and humble human being and so respectful. Like that was a crazy story. We also met Drake's dad during that trip. So
Yes, yes. I remember this was also.
yeah, we also met Drake's dad during that trip.
I mean,
So that
Drake is
was
next
also
then,
interesting.
right? Drake's next on the Rasta list, bro. मतलब करना पड़ेगा अब तो.
Dude, if it happens, I will probably be dancing around naked.
Yeah,
if that happens. What I've noticed is if you manifest something, na, like you properly manifest it, shit comes to you. It really does. Like you need to manifest things for them to really happen in your life. Same thing that happened with French Montana.
Which happened like
Same
in
thing.
the early days. Like वो तो शुरू में ही हो गया था.
The crazy thing is, I was sitting next to French Montana at a club in New York. He was at a different table. I was at a different table. And I was looking at it and I was like, man, I want to style this guy. And I was trying to get my way to talk to him. And his bouncers are just all around. They're like, you know, aap nahi ja sakte, aap nahi ja sakte. And I'm like, fuck, man, I just want to give him something from Rasta. Aur uske ek do mahine baad hi, you know, that thing happened where French Montana wore that denim jacket when he was off to, I think, Morocco.